Welcome to the Tonny and Tim show. I'm Tonny.
And I'm Tim.
Very interesting weekend of football team there. Of course, we had a big game. Arsenal taking on Manchester United in what was Wenger's last game at Old Trafford. Big game there. Of course, Arsenal losing at the death 2-1.
Yes, Man United stealing it 2-1 there. Tony Fellaini coming up with a late goal. But the game looking like a friendly Tony at some point. There were no attacks. Both keepers were looking relaxed in the course of the game. But we all like the gesture United gave Wenger as he walked into Old Trafford. The fans were applauding him, and then we got a surprise from Ferguson handing over a present to Wenger. I thought that was a huge gesture to this guy. But just before the game, Tony, when I looked at the lineup from the Arsenal team, I started worrying. I'm like, is this gonna be 8-2 again? Because the squad was even younger than the team that was beaten 8-2. But well done, these boys. Even if the man of the loss was so hurting, I thought these young guys gave United a game for their lives.
Of course, it was interesting. There we saw lots of changes to the Arsenal side. We knew that they would have an eye on the Europa League fixture come Thursday in Spain. Very interesting. United fielded an almost full-strength side.
Yeah.
They're having all their players there waiting to get, but Arsenal giving a lot of. I saw debuts in this one. I saw Mavropanos coming into the centre back. We thought that is the right back that had been bought in January. He didn't suddenly expect to be starting very soon in an Arsenal shirt, and suddenly not in a Manchester United game like this one. But of course, we knew that Manchester United, with its full strength side, they had to beat Arsenal. But game didn't have a lot of chances.
There were no chances, Tony. I thought Man United went through different gears. The first 10-20 minutes, United were playing with tempo, and they got a goal through Paul Pogba. But after that goal, they seem to have relaxed. I looked at Matic not playing at his best there. Herrera was struggling too. And then Arsenal come out in the second half having a go for it. Mkhitaryan coming up with a goal. And then again,
against his old boys,
against his old employers, Tony. And then United again step up the gear where they try to look for goal. But there were also some chances for Arsenal. Yes, the boys of Arsenal were not looking good, especially towards United's half. But
in the final third, they suddenly looked to lack the cutting edge.
No, they didn't have the cutting edge. But you all see, Tony, this game was all destined. There was one winner here, who was United, and in the last 10 minutes, they pushed the pressure of Arsenal, coming up with the goal there, Tony.
And of course, we saw the sudden change in tactics by Mourinho, bringing on Fellaini, a player that he pushed upfield, pushed him into the box, and they knew that if they hung the balls up, Fellaini would hurt Arsenal. He had a chance that was ruled out correctly for offside.
Yeah.
Rashford had tapped that in, but of course, he finally got his chance in the 91st minute. Big game for Manchester United. Of course, we knew that they had to win to keep their grip on the second place.
Yes, Tony, they had to win this, but just on that goal that Fellaini scored, is any keeper able to stop that, or do we say Ospina did not jump well to save that ball?
I suddenly don't think Ospina is a good player when balls are hung up in the air. He doesn't hesitate a lot, doesn't go for the balls, he doesn't jump with the players. And this is a kind of ball, if you don't jump with the players, of course it was a bit far from him and he shouldn't have. He certainly lacks in height, where some probably other goalkeepers are a bit better than him. It was a bit of a stretch. I don't think he can get there. Maybe another very top goalkeeper can get there. I think David De Gea can get there. It was a big goal for Fellaini. Of course, we know how good he is in the air. He's certainly a nuisance for any kind of defense to when the ball is hung up in that kind of style. And of course, he was against Mavropanos and Chambers, who had a very solid game to that point.
Yes, Tony, I thought Mavropanos was one of the best players, keeping out Lukaku on his debut, and the other young boys in the midfield. I don't get their names well because it was my first time seeing these young guys, Tony. I think Martin Niles has played before. He was looking good, but still the cutting edge was not there. Aubameyang looked isolated, not getting the service that you would expect to get and hurt United. But as you said, this has pushed Man United to 7 points. this is
5 points ahead of Liverpool.
5 above Liverpool, and
with a game in hand.
With a game in hand, this should really consolidate now their second spot.
Of course, Manchester United must hold on to that second spot. There's a lot of talk around the other two positions, especially with Liverpool still to play and hoping for a chance in the Champions League final, and Arsenal also pushing for a chance in the Europa League final.
Yeah.
So this might be a season where we see the fourth team in England missing out on that chance to play off for the Champions League if both Liverpool and Arsenal win the European trophies there. But of course it will be a very interesting one. Arsenal players should hope that the players that were rested in this one are well rested for the return leg in Spain.
Yes, Tony. I mean, they don't need to be told that they have a big task ahead of them. As soon as Wenger makes the lineup and your name is not there, then you guaranteed to be a starter. We talking about Ozil, Lacazette, the centre back pairing of
Mustafi and Mustafi.
Yes, they have to give the goods. They have to deliver. They're traveling to Spain. It's going to be a hard game, especially that the Arsenal must score. A goalless draw gets Arsenal out. 1-1 is a tricky position for them.
Takes it to extra time.
They must score 2 goals if they have to qualify, Tony. But 1-1 also will be good for them. The best line is Arsenal must get a goal when they go to Spain.
Of course, very, very interesting game there. We saw a lot of salutations, of course, at the beginning for Arsene Wenger. This will be his last season as Arsenal boss. We all know after that news broke earlier in late last month, he doesn't know what to do next. Of course, he has come out and said that he doesn't know where to go. He doesn't have any plans for now. But of course, we had a very, very interesting game at Old Trafford. Big pleasantries for Arsene Wenger, and of course Ferguson and Mourinho seeing him off there with the trophy. Let's hope it's not the final trophy that he is collecting this season.
No, Tony. I think Wenger should go for the Europa League, and they have a big chance. I mean, we all know Atletico is going to come out on them, and they have to use the space Atletico is going to afford them, and we hope Wenger gets a send-off that he deserves.
Of course, Atletico too rested a few of their key players over the weekend. Oblak, Griezmann and Saul Niguez didn't play in that fixture, and a couple of other guys. They'll be expecting to field a full-strength side come Thursday. Of course, this is a week that we'll expect a lot of fireworks in, and goodbye for now.
Goodbye.